This is Richard back at you. Sorry about the interruption. We had a gentleman drop off a rear end to have gears and pause track and all new bearings and some high performance Moser axles and stuff put in it. So it goes in a 2000 model, come out of a 2000 model Crown Vic. That was a police car is what it was, but he put it in a, what year Galaxy, Teresa?
Galaxy 64?
64 Galaxy, I believe it is, with a big block with a 480E. I mean, it's going to be a really nice cruiser for him. But anyway, we're going to get back on this 6080 real quick. We're going to get the center support out of here. We're going to grab the old yellow snap ring pliers here, and we're going to get this snap ring out of here. Come on, there you go. My arm just ain't quite that strong yet. Got to be really careful with it. Of course, we have our snap ring here that's flat on one side, beveled on the other. There's multiple places you can put it. I like to try to put it back in about in that area right through there. Flat side down, bevel out. Grab our support out here. Now we have our 2/6 clutch in here and we have our low reverse clutch in here. Remember me talking about these little bleed orifices? Right here. If you can look down in here, you can see each capsule has a little hole in it. So anytime you apply a clutch, you're going to get air coming out of, let's go to this one here. Did you see that little spurt come out of there, Teresa? Now, what it does is when I put air in there, it's going to relax the clutch and it's slowly going to come down. Did you see that? Watch it just slowly come down. And that's because it's leaking out of this weep hole here. That hole there actually helps release the clutch. When the computer turns the clutch off, it has an extra bleed right there. Kind of relaxes the clutch a little easier. Okay. This snap ring here can go in any direction. There's no land here that doesn't have a groove in it that's going to make it pop out. The 2/6 clutch looks really good. These waves right here break. We keep these in stock too. We'll get them in here with a busted in half. So you might want to order one of them just in case because like I said, you don't know if it's done until you tear the tranny down, and you've already ordered all your parts. You're sitting there waiting to get on the bench and put it all back together once you get it tore down. So you want all your parts here to start with. Hate to wait on just a wave for a couple of days to finish putting your unit together. Of course, we have our reverse clutch here, low reverse clutch. Looks good. This clutch here looks almost burnt up to start with. I can take a brand new clutch, dip it in oil, and it'll turn just as black as that clutch is right now. So this clutch doesn't look burned up. That's a normal look for it. All the other clutches, looks thin though. Starting to get really thin. Clutch cleansers are probably terrible on this unit. I had one of these units come in where they put this snap ring in here, but they left this piece on the outside. They put the snap ring in. When I took the tranny out, that was just laying in there. I don't know how it didn't chew it up, wad it up, or what, but it didn't. I was really shocked. Now you have your Sprag assembly down in here. Come on, get out of there. I have to grab two of them. Tools are scattered. I like that. I use these because they got that little hook on there. I can pull up on it and kind of just pull it out. Come on. There we go. You can see your Sprag assembly down in here. This will only turn one way and lock the other. I have to put this in my press over there, take this snap ring right out to get this unit out to look at it. So you always want to take it completely apart, look at everything, put that back in there. When you put this piece back in there, see how it looks? It doesn't look like it has room for the snap ring. So you have to pick this up, turn it, and pick this upward at the same time. Then you have to hold it with the finger. See how that fell down in there? Now you can get your snap ring in. But once you take that out, that falls down. You're going, man, I know I put that in there. How do I get that back in there? So you just pull up on it, turn it. It's kind of heavy. Let it fall down, stick your snap ring in. Pretty simple, okay? Now you notice this bearing right here sets right here like that. It has a funny lip on it. Okay, then you get down in here on the Planetary, you have another bearing that has a lip on it. Let me pull the Planet out real quick.
Yeah, because it's just that low battery.
Yeah, it's getting close. This lip has to set down in here like that. Centers the bearing in the gear. So all these bearings have lips on them. That's why I talk about this. This is probably the only bushing that it sets flush, because the lip does not go on the inside. It fits around the outer edge, where these lips go on the inside. So that's why all my bushing drivers have insets on where they'll push the bushing down inside there. And we have a bearing here, no lip, but still has a certain direction it has to go. The outer part sets against the case. The inner part goes towards the Planet, to the ring gear. Okay. Now this is where we put our famous Sonex Lube Dam cover. We will cut this off, clean all the metal out that's behind here, and then we will put our new Sonex Lube Dam cover. I'm going to grab it right here. These are probably one of the rarest parts in the United States right now. So if you want to look at it, I'll let you look at one.
The home unit prayer, remember?
I mean, all these parts, you just can't get them no more. So we're sure when next time they come out, I'm going to buy a bunch of these and stock them again. That's the only reason why we had them. Because even on the new pumps and stuff, we bought a whole pallet of them. And that's why we have new pumps. We don't have rebuilt ones. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm. Pretty.
Just remember, if you've never put one of these on before, they're cheap enough where you can buy 2 of them, because you can break or bend it putting it on. So I do have a neat way of putting them on. I use a 48 RE Dodge reverse drum here. The band goes around. If you notice, it's got a chamfer in it. This chamfer sets in there just like that. Look at that. Perfect. And then I'll set this on there. I'll set this on there. And then I take my big bushing driver and I set it on there, and I put it in the press, and then I pop it on. Goes on every time. I haven't messed up one yet doing it that way. So remember, 48 RE reverse band drum works really good on putting these Sonex Lube Dam covers on. So you want to remember that. And of course, you can see all my bushing drivers, they all have ledges on them. That's to put the bushing deeper. So what you can do is you can buy a complete bushing driver kit off the internet too. That's really reasonable. Well, we have a bushing down in here, of course. I always like to, you can see here it has a dot on it. See that little dot right there? Nothing about the dot, but I always like to line the dot up with a groove right here in the case. Put the dot right there. Put it in, put a new seal. Okay. Now he's getting a rear main seal in the motor too, so we're going to look at everything on this unit here. These bolts are all the same size, same length. These are 7 millimeters. I believe that's what them were. 8 millimeters, excuse me. You can kind of put them over in a little pile by themselves. Gonna take the pump stator assembly off. Find me a cleaner rag. Wipe this off through here. Of course, you can see here where the pump slide's been starting to wear. Through here, all through here where the pump slide's been moving. You can feel a little bit of stuff through here. You got your suction for your filter, and then you got your pressure side here. Let's see what our boost valve looks like. You can push this right in right here. The pin's going to fall out, and then you're going to take your boost valve out. Your spring, your outer, your bump spring on the inner, and then you're going to pull this out. Of course, what we're looking for is wear on the end of that valve right there, right through here and through here. Of course, I don't see a lot of wear there. Normally I'd see tons of wear through here with this type of mileage on it. Now we are going to go back with the Sonex valve. I've already put it all up. What did I do with it all? What did I do with all that stuff? I put it somewhere. Wait, let me go find it. Sorry, I thought I had everything laid out. Is it? Fixing to knock it out real quick. Now you can see here the Sonex valve is a lot better valve. It gives it a lot more support here on the end. Plus it's self-cleaning with these grooves. Piece of trash gets in the groove, it puts it to the other side instead of sticking the valve. Same way here, you can see they added support here on this valve here too. Where there's no support on this, it's just the land itself. So a big upgrade, that's a must. Like I said, a lot of people ask me, hey Richard, can you just put a converter in these units and cure all the problems? Well, you can see you can't. You know, you got a 4/5/6 clutch that's burned out. You know, if you got wear here in the pressure bore and stuff like that, you're gonna have converter problems, shift complaints, all kinds of crazy stuff. So my saying is, no, a converter don't fix everything. It's best just to put a converter in it, go through the whole unit and be done with it. Right, Teresa? We don't patch here at all. That's one thing. That's why everybody brings their units to us. We hit all the main areas and fix it right. That way they don't have no issues ever again. This unit is a very good unit if you do that. I mean, you can see here 170,000 miles. Why? Could have been because he serviced it 10 times. A lot of people don't do that stuff. They forget about them. They'll change their oil and forget about the tranny forever. Well, Miss Teresa, you know we want to thank you for a video, and it's been a long video. It's going to be 2 videos probably because the rear end job come. We had to split them there. Me and Teresa ain't that good yet on the old laptop and the internet.
I'll have to put it
She's
together.
learning still.
I'm
So
learning.
when you guys, don't forget to push the notification bell, subscribe, and all that type of stuff. So more to come. Have a great day.